We are in my car again. Hello, it's Daniel. And today I want to talk about knowing what time to live in. That sounds a little silly, but today specifically, but this is overall something that I think about a lot when it comes to making decisions. You need to know you need to know what time frame you're existing in within the decision you are making. And by that I mean, like, are you doing it for yourself right now? Are you making this choice for your future? Or are you making this choice for your past? A lot of the times it's going to be more so for the moment and for the future, you know? Um, but it really all comes down to balance, and balance is a long topic for another day. Balance is going to be another topic for another day that will probably be much longer than all of these. But for example, some of my work coworkers, I'm currently at work, um, we were talking about something, about a car. We were talking about, the purchase of a car. Um, and one of my coworkers was a little bit too much in the present. He was like, "Oh, just go ahead and do it. That's what you want to do. That's what, like almost like YOLO, almost like just, you only have one opportunity. Go and do it. Go and do whatever you want." Yeah, the other coworker was saying, "Don't do it. Save all your money. You'll be able to buy it one day." And it's really just about being able to find that middle ground of, okay, how is this going to impact my future? But in the future, will I regret it if I don't make this decision? You know, for the car, for example, like it would be, honestly, it's not that smart to get a brand new car, like it's an appreciating asset. A lot of, financial advisors advise against it. Um, but if it's something that you really want right now, and if it's something that you can afford, something that won't impact your future or your present too greatly, then I say go for it, because you also don't want to be living with, regret. You don't want to be looking back at it in 20 years. Let's say you lose your leg in an accident. Let's say you get into an accident, period, and you die. Well, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother situation. But let's say you get into like an accident at work or at home or just driving, skiing, whatever. You lose your leg. You lose your leg and now you can't drive. You're going to be wishing, damn, I worked all this much, I saved all this money, and I never bought that car. I wish I did. I wish I had that nice phone car while I was able to drive. So you really just gotta find that middle ground between being responsible and not living with regret. How that's done, that's up to you. Everyone has different situations, financially, emotionally, like everyone is different. So it's really just a question for you to ask yourself in the moment. And you have to really look at it from a bunch of different perspectives. Like you have to look at it from the future. Think of yourself in a future sense. Like, am I gonna look back on this and be like, damn, I wish I didn't spend this money? Are you gonna, you know, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Um, but yeah, you just, you can't live with regrets, but you can't also be too preserved. You can't, I'll finish this off by saying a quick story that someone told me. It's this lady that actually comes by my job and she sells us empanadas, which are very delicious, by the way. But she told me a story about a guy that she knew in her country of Venezuela that he all he did was work. Only just work, and making money, saving money, and that was his whole life. That's all he ever did. That's all he ever cared about. But he was newly 40 years old and he had a heart attack and died. And everyone he knew, of course, like his family and everything, they got his money, but he never actually was able to enjoy it. He was never actually able to enjoy everything he worked so hard for. So that's where you really just got to tell yourself, like, okay, is this going to impact my future? But in my future, am I going to regret this? So again, it's just something to think about. It's something that you really need to sit and, decide for yourself. I can't tell you what that decision is. No one in your life can tell you what that decision is. It's completely for you to decide. It's just something for you to think about. So don't rush into something too quick. Don't sit on something for too long. Just take, a little bit of time to really ask yourself those questions. It's very important for everything, for really everything. This isn't just about money. This is also just even with people, like meeting someone. Like, you're gonna wish you either didn't talk to them or that you said something different. It's really just, think about yourself in every different time frame. I haven't been doing, sorry, this is the end of the video pretty much, but I know I said in my first video that I would do a song of the day. It's been a little bit hard now. I haven't been listening to much music after recent events, I'm just trying to, heal and recover from everything. So I've not been listening to much music. I don't really want to associate a certain song or album or even artist with this current feeling and experience I'm dealing with. So who knows, maybe we'll pick up for song of the day again, maybe we won't. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, this was Daniel. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.